Hi and welcome. I'm Ramya and this is your energy reading for week commencing 15th of April through to the 21st. So let's look at what's happening in the skies this week. We have a full moon in the middle of the week on the 19th and it's in the sign of Libra. And personally, I think it's a big deal because it's very unusual for us to have two full moons in the same sign quite close to each other. So I don't know if you remember the reading from last month. In March, we also had a full moon in Libra. So here we are. Here's another one. And I feel like it's the universe's way of saying, you really need to come into balance, and we're really being pushed to bring all the different aspects of our life into balance. For me personally, I thought that the full moon in Libra last month in March had a big push towards our on our career side and our livelihood, and I felt it was a case of us looking at what is good for us and what is not so good for us in our careers, and also how much we're giving, how much we're getting, and really balancing that out. But this month, the full moon this month, I feel has a special focus on our personal relationships. And it can also mean our intimate relationships and how we actually focus on it and bring it into balance. So it's a great time for us to go within and see what are those areas in our relationship, or which relationships are really niggling at us and that are annoying us, because those are the ones that the universe is almost pushing us to look at so that we can bring them into balance. So you're not giving too much of yourself away, and it's good to receive, but also it's unfair on the other person. So, really balance that out. The other thing that I felt this week could bring, and this energy and this Libra energy brings, is this Libra full moon brings, is a little bit of, dare I say the word, upheaval. Now, upheaval has such a negative, it brings about a negative response, at least for us and for myself. But I feel that it's really important sometimes for us to have that upheaval so we can rebuild and rebuild for that's more suited for us. So, it's like if you're building, say, a pyramid or a castle with cards. If the foundation isn't right, you can't really build too high up. And so I feel it's sometimes better to bring it all to, grassroots level and then start building again. So the foundation is much stronger and then you can build much higher as well. And number three, the third thing that I wanted to share about the energy and something to be mindful of, that I picked up intuitively, was when we're going through upheaval, it's quite important that we stay in a space of humility and stay humble. Sometimes we can come from a space of arrogance where we're really being forced to change, and a part of us thinks, well, why should I change? I'm in the right, and this is the best that I can be, etc., etc. So when that feeling comes up, I would say come back into a sense of being humble and come back into a sense of humility and really see things from the other person's point of view as well. So those were the three things that I wanted to share with you about the energies that are coming up for us in the next week, and around the new moon, around the full moon as well. What I have done is I actually wanted to do a card reading for you this week, but focusing on our relationships because that's what the energy is focused on. So instead of the usual 3-card reading, I've done a 6-card reading that I want to share with you. So bear with me while I change the angle on the camera so you can see the cards for yourself. So bear with me 1 minute, I'll be right back. Right, so here we are. These are the cards that I have drawn for you. And these are going to talk to you about what's happened in the past in your relationship, where we are at the minute, and where we're heading. So let's go ahead and turn these cards Right. So with our relationships, so the first card, as you can see, it says it is safe for you to love and open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Now, what I'm picking up from here intuitively is, especially if you have children, I feel that in the past, there have been incidents where obviously your children had to, if you're a mother especially, your children have had to take priority and you've had to take a lot of action and almost like the lion's share of being in a relationship. And it, while you've enjoyed it, I feel it could be that there is a part of you that felt that you were drifting away, we're drifting apart. It could be that the relationship between yourself and your other half was being affected as a result of your responsibilities and what was expected of you as a mother. Oh, okay. And it seemed also on the positive side, I feel like it seemed like everything that you wanted manifested, because this is a magician card with Archangel Raziel. Now, Raziel is one of the best angels to work for, because work with when you're looking to manifest things into your life, because he's almost like that genie in the lamp, and he really helps you manifest. And where I get the feeling that in the past it could be, you were really happy with, although there was the little click in how you taking the lion's share of responsibility on the home front, it was moving quite steadily towards what it was that you were looking to manifest. Now, let's look at the present card and where we are at the now. You can't make this thing up. So it actually talks about children, and if you can see, it says quite clearly your love life is being affected by children. And I feel that where you are at the minute, things have moved on, and there is a bigger responsibility. It could be that you're not spending enough time with each other as a result of your responsibilities towards your children. And I feel like there is a strong need for you to bring that spark back into your relationship and really focus on yourself as well, bringing about that balance. Because the second card here, the Four of Ariel, it talks about, here it says extremes in how you save or spend money. But for me, I think it's not just about money and resources. I feel it's also about your relationship and how much you give and take. I feel there needs to be a balance between how much time you spend with each other and also your responsibilities at home. So do take that on board. Maybe go on a date if you haven't already. And this is the future card, and let's see what it says. So here we have give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership. That's a beautiful card. Oh, and Archangel Haniel pops up again. Gosh, I think she's been part of our reading nearly every week in our energy card readings. And so going back to what's in store, as with a partnership, it's always about give and take. And I feel that there is a great future there for your relationships. And this is especially your intimate relationships. And even if you feel a little bit disconnected, know that you are being given divine insights and you are being guided in some way to take steps. Sometimes it could be steps that you are not used to. It could be drawing boundaries where you haven't been drawing boundaries. But, really go with your instinct, because there is a lot that you can gain by being in this relationship. And it's a great partnership, that is worth keeping and that is worth really nurturing and developing. And what else am I getting? I also get that, in the future there would be times when you might feel that your feathers are being ruffled a bit, but I feel it's a great opportunity for you to grow stronger as a team. So, say you have a disagreement, then it wouldn't be a case of being put off by it. It would be a case of really looking at it to say this is something that's going to make your relationship stronger. So, well, I think that's about the messages I'm getting for your intimate relationships. I really hope it resonates with you. And if it does, then please do give it the thumbs up. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for being here and spending this time with me. Until next time, bye.